River State crisis, clash of elders. In times of serious political disagreements in a state, people usually look up to elders, who are mostly statesmen, to build bridges of mediation and sincere reconciliations. Such elders are always above board, unbiased and impartial. A statesman, their utterances usually calm frayed nerves, soothe troubled souls and de-escalate tensions. They act as peacemakers and not as interested parties. But the difference seems to be the case in Rivers State. Since October 2023, when all hell was let loose in the state, the role of elders as peacemakers and statesmen appears to be missing. They have been accused of taking sides in the crisis, thereby making genuine reconciliation almost impossible. It has become obvious that while some elders belong to the camp of the state governor Sir Simila Ifubara, others are strong members of the camp of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Chief Nyesom Wike. Therefore, the state has been thrown into a dichotomy of Fubara's elders and Wike's elders. Unfortunately, members of the two camps of elders were once political allies, friends and associates. They were once members of the same political party, the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Most of them were even founding members of the PDP, a platform they held their former political positions. Since the beginning of the present democratic dispensations, Rivers has been governed by the PDP, and most of the present elders were at different times appointees of the past Rivers PDP governors. Others also occupied elective positions under the same governors. For instance, former Governor Peter Odili is known to be the father of most political characters in the state. Most of the existing and active politicians in Rivers State are referred to as Odili progenies. He started the current democratic dispensation as a governor in 1999-2007. Almost all the elders today passed through the political school of Odili. Through some political maneuvering and internal political betrayal in PDP, Sir Celestine Omehia was enthroned to replace Odili, but was dethroned by the landmark Supreme Court's judgment that immediately empowered and authorized Chief Rotimi Amechi as the genuine successor of Odili. Amechi's reign was not devoid of turbulence, especially towards the end of his second term when he joined forces to form the All Progressive Congress (APC). He was met with stiff opposition from Wike, who took over the structures of PDP through the Grassroots Development Initiative and became the governor, foiling all attempts by Amechi to produce an APC governor for Rivers State. The Wike-Amechi feud lingered but did not affect governance in the state apart from occasional tantrums thrown to each other by the two camps. Therefore, today's elders were friends and foes at different times, depending on the political arrangements that favored their interest in Rivers State. But they found a way in the past to navigate series of crises that bedeviled past administration without incurring dangerous consequences. Now, despite their conflicting interests, at no time in the history of Rivers State had the state witnessed devastating political crisis like the ongoing Fubara-Wike feud. The reason for the division among the elders is not far-fetched. They were never in the same political camp even before the crisis. While one camp supported the emergence of Fubara as a PDP candidate and worked for his victory under the leadership of Wike, the other opposed Fubara then because of their perception of Wike as their collective enemies. The recent pro-Fubara elders are seen by many as a child of circumstances. Most of them wallowed in political wilderness throughout the years of Wike's governorship. They were hitherto believed to be Wike's political foes and by extension Fubara's inherited enemies. In the build-up to the 2023 general elections, some of them had governorship interests. Others had their preferred candidates. They never wanted Fubara because they viewed him as Wike's manipulative political strategy to remain in control of the state. But Wike kept them in abeyance and almost retired them as political spent forces. Wike protected Fubara from them, nurtured him and bulldozed his way to ensure his victory at the poll. The victory of Fubara at the poll and his triumph at the court was supposed to be completely silent and end the political relevance of this group of elders. But the crisis renewed their hope as they capitalized on it to rebound and relaunch themselves politically. They immediately filled the vacuum and became Fubara's backbone. These elders now backing Fubara are Celestine Omehia, Tele Ikoro Uche Secondus, Dr. Austin Opera, Senator Lee Mbaiba, Dr. Abie Sekibo, Alabo David Briggs, among others. Others, such as Senator John Bata and former Governor Dili, were in the same political family with Wike and supported his choice of Fubara as governor, but choice identify with the governor in the ongoing political crisis. However, the elders backing Wike have been in the corridors of power within the state and were seen as the political associates, friends and loyalists of Wike. They were the brain behind the choice of Fubara as Wike's successor. Though some might have objected to Wike's presentation of Fubara as a successor, they were later convinced to back him. Some of them played active roles during the electioneering campaigns. They were happy that eventually their choice had become the governor, hence they thought it was time for them to relax and enjoy the fruits of their labor. But boom, everything changed in a jiffy. Their table of feast turned into a twinkle. Like they said, their pot of soup was stolen. They are unhappy that after tilling the ground, planting the seeds and nurturing them to grow, their opposing counterparts who were now nowhere to be found then are the ones harvesting the fruits. They believe that Fubara betrayed them and they would never forgive the others reaping where they never bothered to sow. It is believed that Wike nurses a similar feeling. No Rivers governor in the past was instrumental to bringing or producing his successor.